Hello and welcome to part 8 of an Empire from scratch. In this part we're going to continue on building this railway down here, and basically we're going to do a few other things, as you'd probably imagine as well, because we've got quite a lot of time in the video, as you'll see below. A few people were mentioning in the part that's currently uploaded, which I think is part 5, that they wanted to see a heritage steam railway, which actually I quite like the idea of. I am in favour of building that. So what I want to do is ask you, where would you want me to build it? Like, I'm happy to build a normal railway with semaphore signals and a few steam trains, which will just service a like a short route. There are people. I think there were 3 people who were talking about it. So I am happy to build that. Just basically let me know where you think would be a good idea, and I'll look into it. That could be your little thing. What I'll do is I'll continue building this railway because we got to Flondwood, of which we've built quite a, well, what's the word? Not big, but an imposing station. We will continue up towards Dridley. Now, the next thing to ask would be where our next station doth lieth. Now, do we create a station in Meffingfield and which services these little... well, what we should probably do is, with this route, because it's going to be an express route predominantly, we should probably have a bus service which connects all these villages to this station. Instead, we should just let the train carry on through. So that's what we'll do. Because, you know, I've said it, and I can't really ask for your opinion, considering I'd have to create the video first, then upload it, and then read your comments, and then it's too late then, isn't it? Because the video's up, so that doesn't make sense. Right. So this is obviously going to be a station. I don't think anyone's got any doubt about that. Would this be the only station? So we'd basically have Warmpool, Flondwood, Tendingham. It would probably work best, wouldn't it? It's a big town there. 3,000. That's actually bigger now than Drinley is. We're not going to change our plan, but I am interested just to see what's up here. So, yeah, literally that's just overtaken Drinley as the biggest town. Well, we know what our expansion is afterwards, don't we? So we are still... Where's Planville? Planville's also quite close. So that's another extension. See, this is all linking together very well. But I'm distracting myself, so let's continue on through here. Now, where's the best place for the station going to be? Get rid of it. Get rid of this. We're going to have to come through here, aren't we? Sorry, Finfingley. You're going to have to get rid of your football team. And we will... Well, we can't go beneath that, so let's create a tunnel here, just so we can preserve the village above. Let's do this. Create a curve here. So that's that section. And what we'll do here is we'll create this as a 4-platform station. We won't have it as a terminus station. We'll just have them as two platforms which service each direction. Right, I'm just trying to work out now where to build this. There is probably going to be the best shout. Then we'll try and preserve as many of these buildings as possible. Are we making this 5 long? I think we are, aren't we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, we are. So 5 long. 3, 4, 5. So up to there. No, don't want these vehicles. So 5, like so. And then we'll link these 2 platforms up like this. And then the other 2 like that. That works, doesn't it? Right. Actually, I want to try and keep that tile free. So let's demolish that church, because let's face it, who needs the church? That house will never get built on, so let's just move this one back. Let's redesign that. I'm also obviously thinking where the signals are going to go, which would be there. That goes up to here, and then yes, that would be the encompassing design for that end of the station, wouldn't it? So we could have a entry signal there, and then 2 exit signals here. That would make the most sense. So 5 long, and then there'd be 1 on the end for the signal on the opposing end. These would be normal signals, and then we'll do the other ones in a second, because they'll be exit signals. Let us... Will that work? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Brilliant! Thank you for that suggestion. Whoever was that posted it. I shall try to find your name. So there's the signalling done. Right, back to Flondwood. I'm going to put 1 signal there as well. Right. So that's the line done. Oh man, not this again. 2 seconds. There is a setting. Advanced. Here we go. Right. Let's create the road bridge over the top. And we'll just give the road somewhere to go. We'll also build a road to this town down here, just so buildings can sprout up. Now what would probably be best doing is going around that village. Or we could go under that village. Like that, couldn't we? The answer is yes, yes we could. Yes you can! So let's very terribly do our signalling. Put an entry signal there. And that would do. The other end of the tunnel. See how generous I am to these councils. I'm allowing them to keep the buildings. All the worthless houses. Look at that. Like, why would you build a house on top of just like a spike of land and wall it off from everybody else? Right. And then here, where can we have the station? This looks like the best area of land there, to be honest. It would be on the hill. You've got, so we could have it here. There was another place I was thinking, but it doesn't look like we could work that in. Or here, but it is quite far away from the centre, although we could just do this. Let's just cut in ever so slightly. I don't want to demolish this much, but there we go. Let's just reorganize that. It's going to be better for the long term anyway. And then we can bring it down 1 here and connect it back up there. And in the future it's going to extend down, so I might as well just incorporate that bridge in now, hadn't I? So there is the exit out of the station from the other end. Let's just do this here. And for now at least, we can have a depot there. So that is going to be one function of this exit from the station. And we'll have our signals here. Build in the 2 road bridges. Build this onto here. We have quite a lot of money now as well, as you'll see. We've got 2.2 million. So what we'll do is we'll fund some new buildings in the area just to kickstart a bit of development back around the station. Put the platform beds down. That'll be the signal. There we go. So we need to put everything down onto these 2 lines which will exit the station. That'll do. 4 signals there, and let's build the station itself. This one can be island in the middle, and then single side platforms either side of that. So single side platform there. I'll just put the rest there for now. Island platforms, top of these 2. And then what shall we have? We could have something like that perhaps. And then a set of benches on the end. And then we can tile the sides with these canopies like that. And have the same benches. There we are. It's an open top station. Or, in fact no, let's just leave it like that. So then what we'll do is we'll connect the railway up. to here. This makes sense. That can go straight down there. And we'll connect this back up. Here we go. And we'll put the signal down. Signal, so 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go, and replace this one with the block signal. Perfect. Let's build the tending pattern station, which can be 2 island platforms, same as one pool. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops, 5. So that'll be where they are. What we'll do is we'll go for a bit of a different style. If we got a non-track station, let's put that there. So that will be where the ticket offices and things are, and then we can have 2 underbridges there which come out onto the platform. So instead of having a footbridge, we'd have an overbridge. And or we could do that instead. No. Oh, actually, we could do that, and then can we get one of these modular stations? There we go. So it kind of looks like the footbridge would go into that building. And then single-sided platform. We put one down there. And then, because the other side of that. Island platforms. Let's go for the same as one pool. So let's go for 2 of these canopies. And then at the end we'll have like a waiting room. And then benches after that. Perfect. That looks really cool. Right. So that's that station done. We've done this blind's basically completed. What we'll do is, because it was done a bit quicker than I thought, we'll just have a look over and assess what's happening all over our system. Like to do it from time to time just to see what's making money, what we could improve on. I don't really care about the vehicles being old. It looks like everything's making money, obviously. Let's have a look at the train network. Everything's making money. Probably a bad time to do it, considering it's literally just started the new year. Well, actually, that could be a good thing as well, because it means that we can see it's last year's profits. Yeah, I mean, everything's going well. What's making us the most money? Train-wise, 40 with the coal train, the express trains, and the mail train. Okay, well, that kind of goes without saying, doesn't it? Congestion-wise on the network. Everything looks to be going by quite well, to be honest. This station's something to keep an eye on, but it's fine for now. As is this one. That's a area of consideration. We'll keep an eye on that. Should be okay considering the stopping services we reduced a few parts back. Beeborn's doing great. I mean, there's no passengers even waiting to depart. With all these stations here, where are most of them wanting to go? Reddingstone makes sense. Only 98 passengers, but again, that's to Reddingstone. And then the 3,000 passengers here. Most are wanting to go to Bootown. Okay, yeah, everything's looking quite good, to be honest. Everything's going well. Right, what should we do next? We should probably invest in a bus network. Around here. What would probably be a good idea is this, actually. Now we've got the money. That bridge looks terrible. Let's get that bridge away. What we'll do is we'll invest the bus service around here. So, first of all, let's expand Reading. Now we actually have the money to do so. Let's create a loop for them. And these buses take ages here, don't they? I remember that. Oh no, they don't. They're 3 days. Right, so let's just do that as a loop. And what we can do then is, you see, we'll create a bridge over here to Meeborn. And we'll have a bus service which goes through the village. Let's demolish that. If we actually create a road there like that as well, then this area then becomes used. And we can have a bus station here. No, it needs to be joined onto the station. So, Meeborn. And then there's a village over here that's being built on as well. Let's get rid of that one, because that one's not going anywhere. Tidy up this. Let's get rid of that. Let's make this road actually connect to something. as with that one, get rid of that one. That one can go on to this village. Oh, which is part of the station. That's a good conclusion. Get rid of that. And this is going to be the bus route, isn't it? So we can have a bus which goes through here, here, through Meeborn, through Renham, Bootown. And I'm sure we were missing one more. Yeah, we'll have it come through Drayhatton as well. We'll make that into a loop. There we go. So let's make the bus route for here. How many people from Bootown want to go to Meeborn or Renham? Ladtown's got 15 people. The crew is in town. Not many actually, is there? Oh, 34. 34. Renham isn't even on there. Righto. We know where we stand with that. There's one passenger who wants to go to Nunnington there. I mean, that's not really good, is it? Okay. So it doesn't need to be a double-decker bus. We'll just use a Macmillan Panther bus. Because it is a lower capacity one. It'll give us a bit more profit. So its route's going to be Bootown down there, Renham, Meeborn, Goodinghead, Fedham. So its back route. Start an autofill and we'll keep an eye on you. We'll call it the Meeborn Cross and assign it a bus route. And that'll be one bus route. What can we do to connect these other towns as well? There is a town there, so what we could maybe do is invest in a bus route around Nunnington as well. Probably could do with making its own depot, couldn't we? So let's do that. Well, yeah, because it already has its has a bus servicing the town. So let's do this. Let's just sort this area out because it's a bit of a mess. We'll have a road that comes this way. Connect that up to there. Can I just flatten this little bit of land to make it a bit more even? And then we'll, whoops, have one come down here. And we'll connect the other end over here as well. Let's just demolish that house and extend the road. Do that instead. Extend the road down there just to give Labourette a bit of room to expand as well. Oops. Bus station. And then we'll raise this area and connect these roads. There we go. And we will do this. Right, so that'll be one bus route. So, oops, through there, and then up to Edinford. Connects onto the station. Then we'll have a second bus route in a afterwards, which will just pick up these two tiny little villages, and we'll just make that a very sparse bus route as well. So we're going to need a bus depot in Nunnington, and we will put that here. So let's create. We're going to just use these tiny buses because they're very underused routes. And then that one can just go to Meeborn and then come back. So that's our second one. Up you go. So that can be the steel shuttle, because this one's called the steel mill, and that's the limit of my creativity at the moment. I'm down with quite a bit of cold. Steel shuttle. See, the thing is with OpenTTD, it's just going around in real life that makes me kind of appreciate the infrastructure of the transport and everything. I mean, me and myself and Ashi, who's obviously my girlfriend and who I live with, and we both commute to work and we have to use trains and buses and basically everything we're doing now. I mean, so it's interesting because I kind of see the infrastructure every day, and I always kind of think, oh well, it's well, that's kind of how I did it, and oh yeah, well, if I was designing this area, then I wouldn't have made this stupid decision, and yeah, it kind of got me back into OpenTTD because I kind of take out my frustration at the my county's lack of transport design by just doing it better in a fake world, because obviously that's the best course of action, isn't it? If anyone interested, it is the Manchester area that I am on about, and there is quite a lot of development around. Actually, they're doing quite a lot of investment in railways. We've got a big station expansion going underway. There's they're building a new railway line connecting two parts of the city. They're actually building HS3, which in the UK it's basically like they're building a new high-speed network. That's actually scheduled to tunnel very, very close to our house. We actually got a letter through just explaining that we were within an affected range for HS3's build because we were so close to this tunneling location. So there's quite a lot of things that go on, really, with regards to transport. The places we were before were too rural for anything like that. And then our actual specific transport route, what we're going to call this, by the way, let's call it the biddy bus. I cannot think of anything else. Biddy is a British term for an old person. Yeah, the route we actually get to work, which is a Transpennine route, is actually in the progress of being electrified. I was on bus replacement services for about 3 months when we moved over because we were waiting for them to finish this tunnel. Oh man, it was such a nightmare. But everything's up and running, so hooray for trains. Right. Enough of my rambling. The biddy bus is done. This one's done. Let's turn you around and send you back to the depot, because you will have definitely done a full run by now. Yes, you have. You can go back. And we will sort your orders out. We will give you a 3-day wait in every single stop. 3 days, 3 days, 3 days. And guess what? This one's going to be 4 days, no, 3 days. 3 days, and finally 3 days. Right. So that one's ready. Reset its late counter. How many buses for this route? Let's think. Go away. I would say 4. Well, actually, let's have a look. How much money did it make? Yeah, we're just having 4. It didn't make much. This is more a bus route just aimed to connect those towns. We don't really care about the money that it gets from it. Reset that, and it's now the 11th of October. So you can start on the 27th. Just double check that all these are going to start at appropriate times. 30th of 11th. That is correct. And let's just send these off. Oh no. There we go. What I am going to do is actually extend... Oh dear, can't do that. Extend the bus station. Just so we're not going to affect the local traffic. So by doing that, you see, buses also have the option to go on the middle lane and come out the other side, just like that bus has kindly demonstrated for me. So you're effectively just taking it from 1 to 4 different units for it to use. So they're all going to wait in a merry fashion. Is that double-decker bus station? Yes, it is. That's fine. Okay, I'm happy with that. That's done. So that one's crossed off. Let's get the steel shuttle. Let's fill its orders in. Give it its 3-day waits. I can't imagine what it would be like to live in a country like America where your public transport's so far and few between. I mean, I really need to learn to drive. I mean, it is something we're going to do, but for where we live, there's just so much congestion. Even when I learn to drive, I'm still going to be using the trains. There's just no point not using them. It's very, very quick and very cheap. I think a friend of mine gave us a lift home, like a drive home from work in his car, And it took literally, with the traffic, 3 hours for a journey that would have genuinely taken 25 minutes by train. It's staggering. So, yeah, there is no point not using the train for me, but I just don't understand how you could function without good public transport around you. Oh, why are we waiting? Let's go back to the start. Go to your depot. Bad bus. Go. Right, get to your depot. And we'll reset the late counter that's non-existent anyway. And the steel shuttle, we're just going to have how many passengers? It's quite a long route, you see. So I would say 4 would be ample for that as well. Yes, 4 is what we're going to have. There we go. And then let's reset once more. Control and start date. Maybe 25th. And there we go. Is that going to work? Yeah, no. Why is it not working? What did I do wrong? Go back. Back to the depot, you. Is that the first one? Yes, it is. Back to the depot. What did we do wrong? What happened? I'm so confused. Right. Let's put your order back to the start, first of all. Let's get rid of these two. Let's try that again. At least you'll have probably seen what I've done wrong. I don't actually know, but I'm sure there's a comment down there already about what I've done. Everything's a learning experience though, so that is fine. So let's reset your late counter. Let's control and hold down clone vehicles, which I did press control before, so strange. Reset, control and start date. And let's have it as the 28th of March. Pause. Let's check these. 30th of April. Is that why? Hang on. 3rd of June. So, yeah, so that one was the 30th of April. That one's the 28th of March. That one should be fine then, shouldn't it? So it's the 14th now. So timetable, let's just make sure this doesn't set off straight away. Yeah, 10 days early. Okay. Should be fine, shouldn't it? Yeah, I would say it is. Oh no! It's not what I wanted. No! I didn't want you to go that side. Oh dear. Ballsed it up. Wait for this one to go. Shit! Come on, hurry up, please. Oh, bugger it. Ah well. It'll even itself out. Oh, what? Never seen that before. Oh well, that went better than expected. Cool. Well, the steel shuttle's done, so we can get rid of that one. And then we just need the biddy bus. The Bingo Rider. 2016, mate. It's already running 22 days late. All them old biddies getting on with the Zimmer frames. Let's just help them out by doing this. Reset its late counter. And the biddy bus can... Yep, that's fine, they're all ungrouped. Yes, the biddy bus can... If it ever finishes its route and decides to come back, yeah, I would pick it up when it's right at its furthest route, wouldn't I, from the depot. We'll clone it just for when it's ready. Come on. I want you back now. The 2 passengers can wait. They're both going to Kenfingwell City. Oh, it's only going up there. And then we'll just have literally 1 bus route. Biddy bus. In the depot, please. So let's pause you for a sec. Let's reset your late counter. Start date. 31st of August. And that's only because I can't be asked going to the next month. Let's reset the biddy bus. Let you go there. No, not again. Right. If we're running on time. This one. Yes, that one starts on the 7th. Starts on the 7th? 23rd of the 7th. 23rd of July. Oh, bugger it. I'm just going to do this one manually. So just when this one gets to Kenfingwell City, I'll just set the other one off. Could have just done that in the first place, actually. Completely forgot. Come on, move. There we go. That's that one done. So at least we have an improved bus network around the peninsula, which is probably going to make the cities grow quite a bit faster as well. I was thinking that Meebom was going to be quite a popular stop, with it being, you know, a 2,000 population city, you know, but it isn't actually as big as I thought it would be. I was thinking to myself that maybe in the future we'd have to create like a railway down there, perhaps, and link it onto the Warnpool section, but no, looks to be fine for now. Well, we've populated the southern peninsula with a few more bus routes. In the next part, what I presume we should do is look at starting the section down to Proningpool Falls. Now, I don't really think it's worth populating this with the local services yet, because what we'll do is we'll have the local service run right down here as well. So what we'll do is we'll assess in the next episode where we're going to build, and obviously we'll go on and start building the thing. So this has been Zestovsky Plays. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully we'll see you again in the next part.